What's up, everyone? My name is Amanda Carr. I'm a professional BMX racer for the country of Thailand. I am half Thai, half American. I won the gold medal in the 2014 Asian Games, and then I competed in the 2016 Olympic Games. Today, I'm here with Hotelintel. We're gonna get the scoop.
Okay, get started.
Okay.
Right to the first question. Tell us about your journey that led up to Asian Games and how did you get into BMX?
Okay, so the story to the Asian Games. So basically, after the 2012 Olympics, I was like top, I think like 12 in the world, and I didn't make the Olympic Games. So I said, well, there's got to be another way to make the Olympics. Like that was my dream. I really couldn't imagine my life without being an Olympian. And I had met some Thai people at the Games, so I said, okay, like I'm gonna try this route. Yeah. And I switched I got my Thai nationality, my Thai citizenship, and because my mom is Thai. And I got that. And then they were like, oh, can you like please race this Asian Games? Like please, please, please. And I didn't know what Asian Games was. And I'm like, no, I can't. Like I have to race, collect Olympic points. It was 2 years to collect the points. And they're like, please, please, please. Like, kept asking me. I said, okay, fine. Like, I'll just race it. And then after I raced it and I won, I was like, oh, now I was like, oh my God, like now I understand why. Yeah. And so it was just like super nuts after that because being like a foreigner and then speaking like Isan, people just started to like catch on to it and they wanted to know more about me and stuff.
Because
like
you speak Isan?
Yeah.
Not because you ride a BMX?
No, like, I mean, it's like a girl doing like BMX and then like Isan is like just different, so yeah.
So how did you get to BMX? What is it? I know what it is, but I mean like it's a bike and then you could have like drive down.
Right, so.
And like jump.
BMX is, everyone always asks me, they're like, oh, do you do tricks? I'm like, no. Like, if I'm doing a trick, it is because I didn't mean to, and I'm about to eat, like, complete shit.
Talent.
So, I, like, don't do tricks. It's purely racing, and we start on, our start hill is about 8 meters high. Okay. And then we go down, and our first gap is 10 to 12 meters. And then we have 8 people next to us. So, when you're going down the hill, you're, like, touching like this.
Like, try to push them.
Well, sometimes, I mean, not intentionally, it just happens.
Can you do it?
Yeah. You can make contact. It's a contact sport. Okay. So there's that element. And basically, I was like 5 years old in Florida. My cousins were all riding, and they were like, Amanda, come out, Amanda, come out. So my dad took me there. And as soon as we got there, he said, like, my eyes just, like, lit up. And I was like, Dad, like, please, please,
wow.
Please. And then once I got going in it, all my cousins were then pissed because then I kept beating them. And I was like the youngest.
Well, some people were just born with lights, you know.
I just got lucky. Just good genes.
So your dad, was your dad also in BMX or extreme sport?
Neither of my parents do any sports. Okay. Like he played basketball for the church a long time ago, but they both were like, we don't know where you got it from, but good for you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Good for the country, too, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, I just don't understand. Because when I was 5 years old, like, bike is just not one of my thing. And I don't have any friends. I still don't have many friends. I want to keep it that way. So, like, I just don't play sport. So it's, like, very fascinating for me when I have to interview someone that actually plays sport and they're really good at it. Yeah. Like yourself.
Oh, well, thank you.
And have you ever considered other routes as a career?
I have considered a lot of other routes. You mean in sports or just in, like, life in
like
general?
Normal, yeah.
I mean, I've thought about a lot of different things just because, you know, as you get older, like going through college and university, you're like, oh, what am I going to do with my life? Like, I remember being 18 and you think everyone at 25 has it figured out. Yep. Like they got it. Well, you should be in a house at 25, you should have a kid, and And I hit 25 and I was like, I don't have anything. Like, I don't have any of that. I'm just racing my bike. And then I realized that it's not always all together like that. And everyone has different avenues. Yep. So I thought of other things. I thought about being like a high school gym coach in the States because it's like such a chill job at the high school.
You really like sports,
I love sports. Like my life will have sports forever. Yeah. But I thought about that, and then I've been substituting when I'm in the States while I was finishing my undergrad after the Olympics. So I was finishing my university, and I was substituting, and I was standing there. And also I coach like girls soccer in the States. and I'm beating all my girls in the runs, and I can keep up with them, and I'm like, can play the ball as good as them, and I'm standing there, and I'm like, why rush into a end career? Because like I could do that for when I'm 50 years old, when I'm 40 years old, like I can do that whenever. But right now, if I'm still fit and I'm still active and I'm still hungry and excited about it, why not use it? Because my clock for my athleticism will eventually run out. And that's my mindset.
When is it going to run out? Like usually for athletes?
I don't know, probably whenever Serena Williams does.
Whenever.
Yeah. She's playing and she's just had a baby and she's much older than me. And then like FIFA World Cup, the USA just won. So Carly Lloyd's on the team. She's 36. Yeah. And she was just playing with the team. And I'm thinking, well, I have to at least 36 maybe. But the clock does eventually go away as an athlete. So right now I'm thinking, okay, it's all right if I don't have it all together. But
you have it all together. Come on, give yourself a little bit credit. Like you won something.
I reached like some lifelong dreams of like making the Olympics and competing on that stage. But just your like the quintessential thought of like, oh, at 30 years old you should have a home, a car, a kid, and
Yeah.
That's, I guess I just have accepted that that's not really my path right now.
You know what people should have at the age of 30?
What?
Botox.
Botox? I was,
listen,
I went to get my
kids.
face clean, like here in
your
Thailand.
face is great.
Yeah, well, thank you. I went to get it like, just a little like facial or something. And they're like, oh, Botox. And I'm like, no needles here. Like, I'm so scared of it. But, I mean, if you can handle it, good for you. Go for it.
It's good if you can still move your face.
Yeah, if you're smiling and it actually looks like you're smiling.
Yeah, well, it only takes a few weeks, but it looks good. Okay, now I forgot. What do you have planned for the future? Obviously, Olympic is the goal.
Right. So the future, like that word in of itself, like scares me to death because I have so many things I want to do. And I sometimes feel like my window is just like closing down for sports. But right now I can just tell you some short-term future. Okay, so obviously the Olympics in 2020, which we're qualifying right now. It's for my sport, for BMX, it's 18 months to qualify. Every sport is different, completely different. But BMX is 18 months. So we're in the process right now. And then I'm looking at other avenues for another sport right now in Thailand, but I can't really say it because it's just in the works. But, so I have another sport for future. And then, I don't know, we'll go from there. I literally just have till next Olympics and then I'll figure out future.
That's good. At least you have a plan.
I have a plan,
Yeah, okay. And I've seen you traveling a lot because you're like from here, the U.S., France recently too, right?
I've been to Europe 3 times this year. I've been to Thailand like 4 times, and then I live in the States. So my miles are almost 100K. It's nuts. Like, I'm tired.
So you've been traveling regularly everywhere?
Yes.
And what do you like the most about traveling? Or what you don't like about traveling?
What I don't like about traveling, the sleep is really hard to like get on like a schedule, and I'm like a person of rhythm. Like I enjoy life. Routine and rhythm. Yeah. So when I go back to Florida, I love my rhythm of my life in Florida. Like I have my car, I have a motorcycle, I have a truck, like I have a Jeep, and I have a house, and I have a family, and like I fish, like things that I do and train, and my coach is there. But when I get taken out of that routine, when I get somewhere else, I have to like create my rhythm when I'm there. So when I come here, I create my rhythm that's here. I'm like, okay, these days I'm going to the gym, I'm doing this. That's what I don't like about traveling, is having to create that rhythm. Yeah. But what I do love about traveling is just talking to people, being in the culture, and like asking.
So you're one of those people that actually go on the street and talk to strangers?
Absolutely. I walked here.
And did you talk to strangers on the way here?
Well, when I walk here from Nana, like the people that drive like the motorcycles, they're from Isan, or they're Isan people, and they're like, I walk by and they're like, oh, nakban, nakban. And I'm like, oh yes.
Oh, nakban. Oh, they know you.
Oh my
God.
But like, I always think to myself, like, if I were to see like Stephen Curry walk by, like,
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay, he's like big. That's right.
Okay. Sorry.
He's like big basketball player. Like, you'll know LeBron James.
Yeah, well, okay.
Serena Williams.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if they walked by, you'd be like, oh my God, like that's, oh my God. And if they turned around and smiled at you, you would be like, oh,
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah,
So
make their day.
Right. So I feel like if I can give that to somebody else and make their day, that makes me feel good. And then I just like
Oh, you're
go
so
about my day.
nice.
Well, I don't know. That's just, I think like, what if I was in their shoes? What would I feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice. Okay, last question.
Okay.
I know one of your posts, you said you forgot to carry your sneakers, your workout shoes.
Right.
And then, but you don't care because you can just leave whatever.
Right.
So is that a problem that when you travel to hotels and you don't have a proper equipment and that you cannot work out properly?
I mean, sometimes it is. Like, sometimes you forget simple things, like going to the gym. Like, I might forget, like, chalk for my hands, but I mean, I'm more of, like, a different level athlete. But I could see someone traveling, like a more business type person, and they might forget, like, a sports bra or something, or, like, some shorts, like running shorts, or even shoes or something like that. So I would say, yeah, absolutely, that would be really helpful to have something like that they could go, I don't know, break a sweat. Breaking a sweat is nice.
Like Western Hotel Group, the Western Hotel brand, they have this program where you can just rent the equipment, like sneakers, sport bar, pants, shorts, whatever.
That's
would
cool.
you? But would you wear someone else's bra?
Well,
or
I mean,
sneakers.
personally, in my mind, of course, you're gonna be like, ooh, that's gross. But at the same time, you're thinking you're laying in sheets that were laden by hundreds of other people, and they keep those clean enough that you feel okay. And same with the towels and the robes. So what's the difference?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I would look at it. But.
And what do you like the most about hotels when you travel in hotels, stay in hotels?
I mean, to be honest, what I like the most about the hotel, number one, is it's really nice when they have a bottle of water. Because usually after you're traveling and you get into the room, you're just like, oh my God, I'm so thirsty. And the last thing you want to do is go try to like hunt for like, where can I find water?
Yeah.
So I honestly love that. The other thing that I always look for in hotels, I want it to be clean. It doesn't have to be new, but it should be clean. Like I'm like a weird person where I look at like caulking lines or like grout lines and stuff, and like if those are clean, I'm like, oh, okay, like this is good. We can do this. But if it's like a little bit where they're like black or kind of moldy and stuff, I'm like, this is gonna be rough. It's just got to be clean. Yeah.
Okay. And with the water, is 2 bottles, complimentary bottles, enough for you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's funny.
But I found out, like, can you just give me more? I'm like grown-ass woman here. I need at least 6 bottles.
Yeah, I mean, 1, 2 to get you going, but like,
So you're very pretty easy guest.
I'm super easy.
They will love to have you more than me.
I'm not high maintenance, but I mean, it's just kind of upsetting, like when you show up to the hotel and you go in your room and it's like, you're like, oh, I just need a bottle of water. And then it's there and they're like €3. And you're like, oh my God, like what? I'm spending 100 euros a night to stay here and you're going to like try to.
Can you just give me free water?
Right, like I know that doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.
Hotelintel.co Hotelintel.co